I'm like, Jesus Christ, how the hell?
Mhm.
Sheesh. Always some man. You're talking about a crazy house, man. Uh, God damn. Man, I couldn't. Man, I couldn't. How long did you stay in that house with them people? How many
um
years?
well, I met my dad when I was in class seven
What's
eight
that? Would
for
be
my,
like 11?
let me see, no, 6 years, I guess 6 years when I was
Okay.
like,
Okay. Okay. I make you 6 years old.
mm-hmm, 6 years,
Okay.
but six
Oh
years
yeah,
of my
but
life
I'm saying you met him, but when
was,
did you have to go live? When did you go have to go live with that? When did you have to go live with that crazy motherfucker?
well, my mom got divorced when I was 2 years. Then
Of course.
they went to the chief, arguing who's gonna take me. Then my
Uh
mom was
huh.
granted permission to come see me during the weekends. Then one day she snuck in and took me away forever. She took me away like
Uh,
from them and disappeared
yeah.
in
Just
Nairobi.
came and got you.
And
Yeah.
so I was taken to the village and all that. Then I didn't grow up questioning about my dad because my mom gave me the love of both the parents, so I didn't have to
Okay.
feel like, there's
Yeah,
absent,
that it
there's
was
something.
empty. Yeah, that it wasn't empty. Yeah, yeah, some was missing.
I was okay, and despite meeting a couple of relatives who are fucked up, still my mom ensured that I grew up with a lot of love, knowing that I'm
Cool.
loved by
Yes,
her
you
and
love.
all that.
That was good.
But I think it was in class. When I was in class, I was getting to grade 7. That's how you guys call it, grade 7.
Yeah,
My
grade
brother was
seven.
so sick. He was so sick, and at that time she had just divorced actually with now the
You
Ugandan
got
husband,
the Uganda
and
dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
because of beating her and everything. My brother got
God
so sick.
damn.
And we had financial issues, so she couldn't provide my school fees. So one day she told me, I kind of knew. I didn't question, but I felt it. And she
Yeah.
told me, get ready. We're going somewhere to meet someone. I'm like, I'm too young, so there's no meeting. Definitely, you're going to take me. So where are we going? There's no one we had mentioned we were going to see. And what is awkward is you're taking me alone without my brother. We never
Yeah.
go anywhere without him. So something is fishy. And I kind of knew,
Something.
even she even chose the clothes to I should wear that day. I'm like, you barely even choose clothes for me. So what's going on? But, you can't. My mom was that type of a person, and she's serious. You can't question her. The African parent, she's gonna smack the shit out of you. So I just kept quiet and followed the orders and everything. So I remember we left. I met him. When I got there, she was like, "This is your dad." I didn't even jump, or I was not even happy. I was like, I knew it. And I asked myself, how did I even know about this? I didn't know there's something called instincts and everything.
Yeah.
So after a few, I think they spoke and everything. Then that is when she
Of
told
course.
me,
Of course, they spoke before he took you there. That's why she was able to take you there. They'd always talked. I'm have to bring Jovita to you. I'm not able to take care of her. Some things have
mhm,
come up. I'm going through a divorce, and
mhm,
got my son to take care of, and just I think it's your time to have her. Okay, bring her to me. Blah blah blah.
exactly. So they spoke, and my mom approached me. I love how my mom was. She was so easy to talk to, and she could easily find it easy to talk to me without being scared. Not like my
That's good.
dad shouting and everything. So she came and told me, "You see, things are really, really difficult for me, and I'm trying as much as I can to balance everything. So I don't know how you're gonna feel, but you'll have to go stay with your dad. I know it's gonna be hard for you to adapt and everything, but you're gonna have to stay with him." At first, I was like, "Cool, man. I'm going to stay with other people. Like, hey, this is awesome." I was like, but still, I'm feeling that pinch of, I'm gonna be away from my mom and my bro. But I'm like, hey, I got other siblings somewhere. I got a dad. This is awesome.
Damn,
Then the first time when I
damn,
met him,
damn.
he gave me a
You
lot of
pretty good.
love.
You had a good you had a good outlet. Most of the girls would have been upset.
Mm-mm. I didn't get upset. At first, I was literally upset. I was like, I felt that remorse of, I'm moving away. If I'm not gonna be all the time with my mom and all that, my siblings,
Mom,
my brothers specifically.
that
So I was like,
remorse.
yeah, I felt a little bit bad, but I was like, cool. I was really happy. I'm gonna be away from you. You're not gonna be pinching me at times. I'm gonna escape your wrath. So I'm like, hey, awesome. And I'm gonna be with another new mom. She's not gonna be beating me like you, So hey, I'm fine. Bye. It was dope. So I remember because when I met my dad, he really approached me with a lot of like, you see, like, that love. I saw love and I was like, wow, okay, seems like a cool guy. Let's see how this goes. 1 month down the line, that's when I began seeing wrath. I remember I literally, I was never, my dad wanted you to be at the top score. He wants you to become number one. But I used to be in the middle. I have the pass grade. I am okay to be admitted to any other school or any other class. I mean, I'm fine. My grades are okay.
We want you, like I said, everyone wants you to do your best, but not, but not go crazy. They want you to do your best. Like I told you, my dad took me down when we looked at yesterday, Skid Row, when I was a kid, where all them homeless people was at. He took me down there. I got like one bad grade. He took me down there and said, listen, Keely, this is what you're going to be if you don't study and buckle up. You're going to be down here. I was like, damn, you're not going to come and help me? You're going to let me just be fucked up? I said, Mama, you're going to let me be fucked up?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
what you
so
going to do? Go
so
ahead.
it began with the grades. He began now shouting at me about the grades. He's shouting. He's not helping me with homework. No one literally helps me with homework, but I have to read the Bible every day before I sleep. But nobody cares how my homework is. Nobody checks my
And
homework.
that's his job. That's his job. See, that's the problem. Add the ignorance. That's his job. Your job as a parent is to go over your children's homework. And if you don't understand yourself, you're supposed to learn it. How can you not teach it? How can you not help your child with their homework? That's your job. To go over their homework, make sure it's correct, and so they submit it the next day in school. That's your job as a parent. Shit.
hmm hmm
It's your job as
That's
a parent to do
like,
that.
but for them, they were so ignorant. Actually, I was the one teaching my sister homeworks. I am also struggling with my own homework, but I have to teach my sister her homework and everything. Because I'm the sibling and everything, and I'm being told I pay school fee. Why don't you know this and this and this? I mean, educate her, let her know what is supposed to be filled in there. I do it, but it became
let it, hold on. That what your dad and them say? You supposed to teach her. We paid school fees. You let her know how to do it.
I'm paying school fees not for you to be dumb. I'm paying school fees. You need to also educate the rest of your generation. I mean, you always used to use this example. If I'm not gonna be there, who's gonna be responsible? And you're the firstborn. I'm like, okay, easy, but I just met you. I don't even know. I'm also, my mom used to literally
Oh
help me with
shit.
homework. Okay, that's why it's homework. Parents are supposed to be there, help you. That's why it's homework, not classwork. Classwork
Yeah,
teachers how.
that's his job. Exactly. That's his job as the parent. It's like I told you, if the African side becomes so backwards that they think their kids, just like they said, they would say when the firstborn gets graduated from high school, they say, okay, it's your job now, take care of the rest of our kids. I'm like,
Mhm,
what?
mhm,
What?
mhm.
You're sibling school fees. You got me
That is
fucked up.
normal. That is normal right here. It is so normal. But
It,
to make the long
it
story
is
short
no,
and
it
everything,
and it is normally fucked up.
it is normally fucked up, not lie, because most of the people end up into depression because of the pressure you're getting
Shit.
from the family and all. But yeah, it began with the
All
grades.
right.
It came to church. It came to even me not. I couldn't even play with friends outside. I remember there was a day I was beaten so bad because of wearing a sleeveless. It was hot, but when it's hot, my dad wants you to cover yourself like this. Okay, don't try because your boobs now are starting to grow. Don't try show your boobs to nobody. He thinks like you want to show your boobs to boys. It's like, why are you wearing sleeveless things? I want you to cover up. I was beaten. Oh my god, I was beaten. I was like, I literally remember that day. And since then, I couldn't go out. I used to stay indoors. I couldn't literally go anywhere till I got to high school. Then I could literally go now, tough-headedly, like, I'm being tough-headed now. Like, hey, we'll deal with this later. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm gone. But it was so crazy. It was My dad was just crazy. The grades, my health, being taken to the hospital was a big deal. My dad has accused me of being sick, because me, one, I don't like hanging around girls. I love, even to date, I love hanging around boys, men. Like, I don't love a company of women. Women, you're gonna end up having silly arguments, men and
You
all
go,
that.
you
And
go,
my
you
dad used
go,
to
you
say,
go, you go get the fight like Josephine and Hannah. Hey, what happened
yeah.
with Josephine and Hannah? You never told me the backstory about that. What happened with you? What I, what happened with Josephine and Hannah? How'd you guys squash the beef?
It was very simple. I mean, I'm not a person who holds grudges, Keith. I think you should know that by now. I don't literally. I'm not a person who stays. I'm easy to let go of situations. Like, I'm easy to
I told you to
move
make it with him,
on.
and you the one told me no. I said make it with Hannah and Joseph. He said no.
But I said, if I get the chance to, I'll do it. And I said it. I was so clear. If I get the chance to, I'll do it. So why not? I mean, yeah, we're cool. We're cool. They say they don't want to lose me as a friend. A very good person, and it feels good to hear people say I'm a good person. They say they don't want to lose our friendship and all that and everything. But anyway, that is just a recap of us getting started. So yeah, my dad was fucked up. That's all. It was 6 years of experience, but 6 years were tough because I got into depression. And actually, shout out to Maria on bringing that topic up on the single parenthood. I kind of think it's really, really tricky. It's kind of, there's, especially
Mhm.
in Africa, with the division we have. I don't know if it's really both ways in Black America and also right here. But here, with my own personal experience, I'm glad my mom never raised me like that. Most of the things I've seen, most parents are gonna make you hate the other parent, especially women, and that is the fact. Women are always gonna inspire their children or intimidate their children to hate the dad. There's always the bad picture of the man being applied. Oh, he did me like this, he cheated. Even others say your dad is dead. I've had so many African parents who tell their
That's what they
children
do.
dad is dead. You're like, okay. Then when you come to meet them later, you're like, why did you lie to me my whole life? Why am I figuring this out? It's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know, family. Be careful with who you want to have a baby with. Be careful when you really want to settle. That shit is heavy. Be ready to take responsibilities and to play. Actually, have a baby with someone who even if anything happens between the two of you later on, she or he is mature enough to be able to bring both the love to the child without creating that type of awkwardness, because most of the times the kids we end up being affected. We You find that kids end up actually experiencing, I'm relating this also to a movie I'm watching. Kids end up being psychologically affected by, you know, getting information from both parties. So when it comes to me thinking
Man,
as an individual, as a
ask
baby,
Tupac. Ask Tupac. He did a whole song about some dad that wasn't even his. My dad never let me feel for a stranger because I didn't know. That wasn't your dad, nigga. Your mama lied to you, Tupac. You writing all kind of crazy shit about some dude who your mama told you was your dad, and it wasn't your dad.
hmm
Because my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. That nigga wasn't your dad, Tupac. Your mama lied to you. So, you didn't know till you was grown that that dude wasn't your dad and your daddy was your daddy. Because your mama got mad at him. Exactly what Joey just said. Tupac
hmm
growing up all his life mad about some man. He ain't showing up. He don't love me. He ain't your dad, nigga. Your mama lied to you. You find out when you grown. Yeah, I'm not your daddy, nigga. You write rap songs dissing me, talking shit about me. I ain't your dad. I ain't your dad, nigga. Shit.
I believe children have the right to know their biological parents, despite what really happened between the two of you as partners. Let that not affect the kids. Trust me, because what I've seen and this is actually even in
Women,
my family,
women,
it ended up
women are
becoming a
petty.
generational thing. You know,
Women
it
are
ended up
petty. If
becoming.
you leave, nigga, women are
Mhm,
petty, Joby. If you leave a woman, she uses the kids as a weapon, Joe. Women use
exactly.
children as weapons.
Mhm. And it ended up becoming a generational thing that cannot be broken. You're gonna see now, it's a marriage of always. Someone gets married, it's all about part. I've seen this also in my family. Trust me, most of the marriages do not last. They're those, it's just partners. People get married, it's divorce. People get married, the husband left. People got married the second time, the third time. Perfect example. I'm a breed of it. My own dad, it's crazy. It is crazy. But Joe Mosquito, I see you. Karibu Sana, Danny Harrison. Hope you guys are doing amazing. David Brown, welcome to the chat. And I see Joe Mosquito, you too keen. Yes, I had a red dress on, but it's too cold. I had to change, and of course, put on my pajamas since it's my face being seen, not my clothes. Yes, but yes, Karibu Sana. Danny, I see you. You're saying that's why I'm becoming more proficient in mathematics. I know trigonometry, but I'd like my kids to be proficient in calculus before high school. Okay, that's kind of deep. Not really perfect in mathematics. I was not really really amazing in mathematics. I was good in science. I was good in I was good in science, literally. I was really, really good in science, English, and Swahili. Those were my favorite subjects. I rocked hard with those ones. But John was saying that stop encouraging her, brother Keith. And this is saying that did you know all the most built Alhambra and in Alhandusi, Spain, in trigonometrical angles? Okay, I think you're speaking about the Kemet, the history of the Morse. Yes, I think that's Kit has taught that about the mathematics and everything. But you're also saying that I said Jason, you're saying that Pops was the boogeyman. I don't understand that, but yes, Dr. Phil, Joe Mosquito. Then you're saying that you can't build a strong nation without a cohesion of the people. You can't do that without strong cohesion in the community. You can't do that without the cohesion of the family. I agree with you. It starts from the family, literally, going all the way from to where you're going to family, community, and of course now to the nation. You can't really literally be able to do all that. It is crazy. But Karibuni Sana family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. That was just we were having a small interaction with Kid, as we wait for Maria to finish up. Then we found ourselves on that particular story. But Karibu Sana, Miss Sister Michelle, Karibu Sana as well. And as for today, before we get into the main topic, I have a few things. Actually, I'll start with the same similar story. And this is directing us to section 8. And I was just asking Kid that a couple minutes ago that I believe section 8 actually comprises of so many Black American women. And this something looks like it has been done on purpose. Not really looks like, but it has been done on purpose. And the same thing is happening also in Africa. Because I've seen, I don't want to really call them for our section 8, but I've seen, we don't really the section 8 is provided by the government, right? Like, it's rent free. Is it only for single mothers? I'd love to understand, is it only for single mothers, or is it some Black American people who are just paid to stay there? I'd love to know that. Kindly answer me if you are informed of the section 8. But if I try to relate the true similar situation, the Black American and also right here in Africa, this is a certain agenda that is also promoting to just what Maria was talking about, single parenthood, which is so crazy. I was watching this video earlier today, and there was this Karen, or this Mzungu, this racist cracker, who came literally calling out on two young Black American women, ghetto of section 8. And I took it with a very heavy time. It's a really, really heavy time. Ghetto kids of Section 8, ghetto black girls of Section 8, the Section 8 people. And you're like, so this means the black people are the only people living in this section. And how bad is it that the black community has not, this is actually why you see most of the people asking for reparations, if you come to think of it, which is so hard to get and everything, I know. But it proves that the black society is being killed slowly, and they're using the woman to do this. They're using the woman to do this. And it is becoming so easy for them to literally move along with their agenda, because one, if you're living in a society where you're given, I mean, a free house, rent free. And I relate to the same. There's a story I was relating to with that lady was told to take a job offer, and she was like, nah, I don't want to do this because I have Section 8. Then she was told, like, you can, I think there's someone who shared the video on the chat. That lady was told that, you need to move from Section 8 because you've been given this job and you don't know if the promotions can literally come along and everything. But she was like, nah, I'm okay. But is this really, really, really how you want to live? By where white people are calling you names just because you refuse to become a hardworking person, just because you choose to be lazy, because I'm going to call this laziness. You don't want to wake up, go to work. All you want to do is hoe around. Most of these people, most of them, sorry to say, but they are hoes. And I'm relating because I have seen the same thing growing up. I'm not going to call our Section 8. I don't know how to call them. But we have some people who have been given literally some houses by government. Because I think it's some sort of inheritance, but it is given by the government. But most of these ladies who are literally under this type of households, they never do anything for themselves. All they do is give birth with different men and never make a life out of themselves. Let me share this.
A school principal calls the cops, refers to the children as ghettos, Section 8, and everything else.
We didn't even do nothing, so we're recording you right now. That that's harassment, right?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's harassment. You're a grown-ass man. We're minors, though.
Actually, I'm
we
the
minors.
board director here.
We're minors.
So,
We're minors.
Officer,
so how you like it in your face?
3 Section 8
how you
people
like
here.
It in your face?
Ghetto girls.
How you like it in your face?
Look at this.
No, you're grown. Like, this is a grown man, right?
I'm ashamed. 3 ghetto girls from Section 8. And they are black. That's a heavy term that you should that is a heavy term. If I were living there, I'd literally look for a job very quickly. I don't know how, but I have to make my ends meet and get the shit out of there. Because this is disrespectful. They set up a system that is to destroy you and your community. And of course, you getting rid of your man, like also John Mosquito is saying. But at the end of the day, they're going to be looking down upon you. Because why? You're still black to them. You bow down to everything they want you to do. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make a change that you are a black person. It's crazy.
You're
There
grown.
you go, right there.
You're grown for YouTube.
Look at this, right here.
Let's do this. Let's put the picture up full mass. We are going to highlight this directly. You're looking at Brejanae Lewis on the left, Kyra Scrub on the right. They say they were racially profiled in a gated community in Fresno, California. Let me give you the background. A white male in Fresno reportedly called 911 after a verbal confrontation with 3 teenage black girls inside a gated community. That's according to ABC 7 News. Okay. Fred Vinandal, a principal at Sunnyside High School in Fresno, said he was calling the police on April 16th following the confrontation. 17-year-old Kyra Scrub, 17-year-old Region 8 Lewis, and a friend as they cut through the neighborhood on their way to the store. The girls began recording the principal as he made a phone call, and one of the teens is heard saying that he was harassing them. We didn't even do nothing. So we recording you right now. You know, that's harassment, right? After the principal responded by saying, no, it's not. He is heard calling the three teenagers ghetto. Officers, you got three girls here, he said. 3 Section 8 people here, ghetto girls. The principal also held up his phone as if he was also recording the 3
it's a principal
teenagers. Let me stop right here. It's one thing to call law enforcement because you think somebody is a nuisance. Okay? Remember, you're inviting a gun to a situation where a gun is not required. It's already extreme. And then in the process of you doing this, you decide to refer to children as Section 8 and ghetto, which, by the way, informs us of your bias, informs the world. You are in a position of ultimate public trust as a principal, you are to govern the administrative processes of these children or children at large. To have more information, more background, this high school principal is also heard telling the team.
My point on this is whether they live on Section 8 or not, whether they do live on Section 8 or not. The reason why this attracted my attention is, one, they're black. You can see the other one, I don't know, she looks like a mulatto or everything, but we do have a black lady right there involved. Section 8, ghetto girls from Section 8, and you're black. Do you know what this image literally creates? It's a whole lot, it's really, really deep. There's a whole lot of disrespect. Despite them still literally dividing our own community, the black community, they're still gonna disrespect you. That is what it clearly shows. They offer you all types of nonsense for you to say no to literally standing up for your rights as a black person, standing up to your needs as a black person, standing up to those reparations as a black person, getting a job, a proper job, which I know it's so tough for the majority of the black people, not just in Africa, even in America. To end up in this situation is because of the system that has been set up on purpose. But it is so crazy to see that they do this, but still gonna end up abusing you. Now you need to wake up and realize that these people do not give a shit about you. They don't care about you. And I think Keith has been breaking it down for us and telling us how all this is going to come to an end. The Section 8, the free money, where you told do this, you're gonna get the free money, say you don't need a man anymore. I've not grown up in that type of society personally, where you don't need a man. As a woman, as an African woman, I've grown up knowing that you do need a man. You do need a man. And a man is the lead of the family. A man leads. I may have grown up in a fucked up home, but still, I did get to see that the morals of a family. There's that moral of a family. There's a certain application that shouldn't miss out. And that is by a man being there. I just say it like literally. With my mom, it became so hard for her literally raising us, both of us, because we were just 2 kids from my mom, different dads, but it became super tough at some point for her. You got bills to pay, there's medical bills to pay, you got your own needs, the kids got their own needs, and it's never endless, especially when you have kids. It's never endless. It's always piling up and up and up every day. Today they are coughing, you need to take them on a checkup. You lose a job, you have to fix that very quickly because you have to keep up. You need to protect them. But you think as a woman you can be able to do that all alone? Personally, I don't think I can. I don't need me a man. And this too, because I see this actually what is happening. I see even a lot of some people in Africa coming up with the same bullshit. The westernization is really, really working. It's really, really, really doing its thing. Slowly by slowly, you're gonna see people being indoctrinated into the same nonsense. And it's gonna be so bad in Africa because we don't have Section 8 to offer. Ruto has none of that. Nana Akufo-Addo, whatever his name is, he doesn't have that to offer. Museveni, I mean, have you seen Uganda? Where can we get Section 8? Even can Museveni even literally be able to pay even? He can barely even provide hospitals. Now you tell me he can pay people by telling them, you just get pregnant by different men and, I'm gonna provide for you. You just tell these men you don't need them. I got all your bills, monthly. In Africa. And then you wanna go with the same notion we've seen the European people bring in here by telling you don't need a man. You need to stop. You need to stop daydreaming, wake up, come back to reality check. Because the reality check is we do need the men in our society. We do need men in our society. It's section starve in Africa, I tell you. That's funny. Yeah, it is section starve in Africa, not 8 exactly. You're gonna starve to death, my friend. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I feel so bad literally for these Black American women who go in the same notion, the same movement. Wake up. You need to stop daydreaming thinking you're white while you're black, bro. You are white. You are black. You're not white. Stop trying to fit in a society that is not yours. They steal everything. You ain't a thief. You need to earn it. African people, we recognize for building our own shit, not begging. Our history was not of beggars. It was of building. Danny just spoke about that even right now. We used to nobody took anything from nobody. We used to work for it. But now you want everything for free. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand. I never understood anything with the tattoos and everything. I'm sorry, but man, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Sometimes I look at the Black Americans women that I see. I don't know how many of you follow Shade Room, but if you follow Shade Room, the majority of you should be aware of Shade Room. I've seen someone sharing something from Shade Room. But if I've seen those Black American women who are posted on Shade Room, I'm like, what? The tattoos, the dressing code sometimes is crazy. Man, I still believe in African morals, personally. I still believe in African morals. As much as people say Kenya is westernized, I still believe Africans, or rather some African countries have been westernized. I still believe we got our African morals. You not see African women literally disrespecting men like that on their faces. One, like you always say, you guys cannot raise a hand on a woman. That is a police case. They're gonna be calling cops on you, and of course, the woman is always gonna be listened. But in Africa, you try to raise your mouth on a man, you're gonna be hit. You don't go like that. It doesn't work like that. I mean, we're not promoting violence and everything, but hey, you kept in check. You don't talk. You don't disrespect men like that. You don't do that. Keep your distance. Argue from a distance. Don't come telling men you ain't shit on their face. You ain't shit. You're going to starve for the rest of your life, just like Jerome Mosquito said it. It's crazy. Monique Karibu Sana, I see you in the building. Let me finish up this as I go through the comments. I see what you guys are saying.
that he is on the gated community's board of directors. Kyra's mom told the outlet that her daughter and her friends, they take a shortcut through the gated community because it cuts 10 minutes off their walk to the store. She added that the teens have access there, have access because they have a friend living in the gated community. Kyra told the outlet that the principal was being racist for no reason. You didn't have to do all that. You didn't have to racial profile for no reason, she said. I feel so bad because, like, as a Black woman, I should be able to walk, and just walk peacefully without, people being racist for no reason. And she is absolutely correct. He's an adult. He's an adult who decided to show his racism.
No, they are animals, my friend. Let me correct you. They are animals who choose to be violent, and that's how they're naturally made. Because I was just reading a certain article right here before I go through your comments. We had a Black family which did accuse an airline of racism. That is after they were threatened to be kicked out of the flight. You've paid for your flight ticket, you've booked your seat, then you go sit somewhere, you find a cracker, racist cracker, seated on your seat, then you tell them, wake up. They're like, even the staff is not doing anything. This is crazy. So the Black family is accusing the airline of discriminating against them after airline staff refused to remove a white woman sitting on the seat. And according to the news, the Nigerian Canadian traveled from Vancouver to Calgary, Canada, with Canada's Flair Airlines with a 12 weeks year old baby and her mother-in-law on the 14th of April. And shortly after boarding their aircraft, she found a white woman sitting in her seat and she asked her to move. And after she refused, she threw her a middle finger. And when she went to complain to the staffs, to her surprise, they asked her to move instead and even threatened to kick her out of the flight. I mean, the racism on these people. And then you still have white, Black people. You want to be bootlickers, man. I don't know. And I'm actually, it's actually quite surprising to see that it's not only in Africa we have stupid people. I'm sorry to say. Even in America, we do have Black Americans who are literally, let me on that term I'll choose, who choose to be coons, who choose to be stupid. Again, that's the term. Because you can't tell me you understand history so well, but you choose to become a bootlicker. You understand your history so well, the history of your oppressor, the history of your ancestors. I mean, or maybe is there some Black Americans who do miss that part of the history? You can't understand your history so well and you choose to be a coon. You choose to literally become an oppressor's friend. You'd rather live in Section 8 rather than admitting that these people are racist. These people have done us harm. They've done you harm. Because like I said earlier, in Africa, most of the people are not educated enough to understand the Black American history. Unless it's told, unless it's taught, we don't. And shout out to Dr. Arikana, like the way she said, most of the Black Americans are gonna come here and be angry. They're like, why are we like this? Why are we still smiling with a white man? Not me though, never did, never will. But it's because we missed that part of the history. We taught the opposite of what you guys face. We taught the opposite. We see the opposite. The media, they use media to display all this. So it is so evident. But Sister Michelle Karibusano is saying that in the Quran, a woman isn't supposed to hide your pregnancy, isn't supposed to hide your pregnancy from a man. In a Quran, a woman isn't supposed to hide her pregnancy. You mean her pregnancy from a man? Muslims, Muslims are kinda crazy. The Muslims personally that I've seen, I've really had multiple number. I've grown up with Muslims and I used to have Muslim friends. I don't know. I don't know. Some of them are crazy. I don't want to get deeper into it and everything. But yeah, I don't. I'm not. I don't believe in that. I don't believe it. They don't even follow none of this Quran bullshit. They don't even. None of them. Most of them do not follow none of this Quran nonsense. All this made up religion and everything. They don't. Trust me. But it's a thing that why not black people invented? Why not black people invented math? Kindly pardon your question, Danny Harrison. I think I got lost on that. But Jason, I see you saying that just a lot of folks got strange parents in this life. I agree with you. And just saying, David, thank you so much for reminding them. Hit the like button, family, kindly as you tune in. John Mosquito is saying that unfortunately the system is purposefully set up to be beneficial to women if they keep the man out of the house. And for how long is that going to sustain you? That's my question. Because it's like I was saying, even with business, there's no way I'll come tell you, John Mosquito, I want to put $100 on your business. You have your own company already started, but I feel we should partner, and I want to put some little money, in that business. But you expect there's nothing I'm going to gain in benefit, like I'm just giving you money for free. Like I just want you to prosper, John Mosquito, because I'm so generous. Like that. There's nothing that you're gonna have to pay back, or there's nothing I'm gaining back from you later on, either by destroying you or by destroying your business. Because I've already gotten what I want, and for them, what they want is the division, of course, keeping the men away out of the house and out of the society, out of the black women's lives. For how long? That is my question. How long is that going to sustain you? Because everything is falling apart right now. For how long? Big Cheese Karibu San, you said that the only Section 8 and welfare on the planet is being white. I agree, really, but black women really are on Section 8. But I think I get your point. John was saying that man don't even look white. He looks like he mixed. Exactly, he looks like a mulatto. He doesn't look white. And I see David, you're asking if it's a principle. Yes, it was a principle. And then you're saying that in theory, you're supposed to use welfare as a stepping stone to get on your feet. And if you're very smart, you will use that to get skills or education, get better employment. Exactly. But what do majority of these people do? Most of the people choose to be lazy. And I think I relate so well because I've seen this. I'm not surprised. I've seen this. I've seen lazy people who just want to sit down and be provided for. Just because they've been given a house by the government, maybe because their parents retired and they died and left that house. But with this messed up system, anytime, any day, these people come and destroy your houses and you're left with nothing. You start from the scratch, you become a drug addict because you're now confused because you've been waiting your whole life for just help. You're now confused, where do I start? And that's why you're taken to the mental hospitals. It's crazy. That is saying that doesn't surprise me. Did you all know that Fresno, California is one of the most racist town in America? Well, personally, I didn't know that, but thank you for letting us know. We're also saying that, Joby, black women in America have been socially engineered since the late 60s and to believe that they don't need a man. As these decades went by, it's been aspirated through mass media. So it's been there since the late 60s. Wow. I mean, you all are saying you guys have been having black women telling you that, they don't need you and everything. I mean, not you, you personally in everything, but I mean, black men have been facing rejection from black women. That is what you're trying to say? Just because they have been given something, a token by the white supremacy. But for how long is it going to last again? My question. I want to know that. Let me know. For how long is it going to last? because nothing comes for free, and I'll say like Pastor Ezek, itawaramba. It's gonna eat you alive. It's gonna eat you. John Mosquito is saying that it's section starved in Africa, not 8 exactly. And Sister Monique Karibu Sana once again. Daniel saying that, well, Joby, that's because the US government subsidizes this madness from black women in America because it keeps us destabilized as people. I agree with that. They're destabilizing the African community. That is what exactly they're doing. Literally. That is what they're doing. And it's even more than that. Because I asked myself, with all those people who have managed to be told you don't need a man, and of course the white men are not going to be taking you, you need your man back, the black men. What are you going to come back saying? Like, you sorry? We didn't know what we were doing? We were just following orders? And what is the black man's reaction? What are your most reactions? I mean, are you ready to take back your women? Are you willing to rebuild up again your sister's mentality, help them catch up with what is going on? Because most of these people even do not understand what is going on, I bet. So focused on the government's money, thinking they got your back, while they ain't. Make me understand that. John Mosquito is saying that, Joby, Dr. Mombi has a little tattoo. She does? I don't know. Never been keen. Personally, I don't have a tattoo. Trust me, I used to have cravings, but I think my fear for needles saved me. And also, the biblical, how it is written, there's also biblically how it is written. I used to hear people say, we used to grow up with this fear, as being told that if you draw a tattoo, the same thing I think it was explaining in our show, if you did catch up, yeah? She said that if you go to hell, you're told you're gonna burn into ashes. So it's the same thing. I grew up knowing that if you literally draw a tattoo, when you go to hell, these words that are literally on your body, they're gonna be repainted by fire. You're gonna be feeling the pain and everything. Only not coming to think about it, it's all illusions made up and everything. But still, personally, I'm not a tattoo person. I'm good with my body. I love myself the way I am. I'm more of a piercing person, which I have enough. Yeah, I love jewelry personally, not a tattoo person. That is what's up. And I see Big Cheese saying that the African men need to start raising their hands on the white and Asian men. I agree with you, but I didn't say that. What I meant is us, like, literally in the continent, we have not really seen that disrespect to the African men. Like, and I think tomorrow we're gonna be having the Tubonge show, of course. Kamlesh is gonna be. I think we can really talk about it, single parenthood and everything, and also all this that we're talking about. I think I'm gonna bring up the topic all over again and hear the man's perspective, which is really, really important. But what I mean is that you'll not see African women, really, you'll not hear a woman telling you, maybe we have some, because westernization is working, I think. It's not
First he said, you don't have African women, then tell me that, well, maybe you'll have some. Tell you what.
I'm saying we do have people who are westernized. I mean, perfect example, our Shumani is very rebel. She's not gonna be listening to your bullshit. Trust you. I mean, so am I a bit, but
you better know Shimani ain't sitting there listening to your bullshit.
Man will not listen to your bullshit as a man. Trust you me. That is one thing I know for sure. I mean, I have my own side, but that is when I'm so angry. But there's not that disrespect to the men, like the way what we're talking about right here. You just wake up and say you don't need a man, bro. I need someone who can send me money. You have this money mentality. You need someone who can send you money. You need someone who's there to take you out. Someone who's there to literally give you sweet words. Like, be the man. And we personally love someone who can lead. That is what we need. You don't have time to someone. The moment I say you can't be a man, I don't need to tell you, I don't need a man. I already see your weakness. Okay, that's already enough. I don't need to tell you all that to literally lower your ego and all that. I just walk away from you and find someone better who can lead better than you. But you don't display it on people's face like, oh, you're weak and all that. Killing a man's ego and self-esteem. Come on, be better. Be better. But Sister Monique, I see you. I think you're saying hi to John Mosquito. Jason, you're saying that a lot of folks not worth saving. Let the dead bury the dead. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. But you're saying that I will just explain shit to a beast exactly. And Danny, you're also saying that life is a duality. A man needs a woman, and a woman needs a man. Exactly. And opposites come together to complete each other. I agree with you. Because me, I've never, despite growing up in a fucked up society, even despite growing up with a single mom in some part of my life, I never had her saying I don't need a man. She was trying as much as she can even get boyfriends, She was trying. Even my dad, I never had nobody. Even when growing, I never had anyone saying I don't need a man in my life. That I want to be like, even if you wanted to be independent, you still need someone who can literally be there for you emotionally, financially, anyhow. That you really, in any way that you really do require a partner. John was saying that unfortunately, Joby, Black people are retarded globally, not just in Africa. That is what exactly. Exactly what I said.
I hate to say it, but I agree with General Mosquito.
Exactly what that's what I was saying earlier. I used to think it's only in Africa people are fucked up, but if you come think about it, it's literally African people around the world. There are those who are waking up, there are those who are dead asleep, they are in a coma, literally, not knowing what is going on. It's crazy.
Yep, because we share the same DNA. No matter where on the planet we find ourselves, we still share the same DNA, so we're still in the same coma, we're still in the same sleep mode. That's true. It's true. That's true.
Jason is saying the Mercury retrograde is making these creatures more insane. And John Mosquito is saying that, but we're now waking up all around the planet. I agree with you, but man, nah. No. I don't agree with you. No, I'm sorry. We have
First you agree that you don't agree. Which one is it, Joey?
I don't agree. I don't agree with him. Not everyone is waking up. But
I believe it's a waking up happening because it was worse just 5 years ago. I believe it's a waking up. I see it. It might not be as fast as we want it, but I see it. When I see people in Africa finally saying, especially on TikTok, that you've been lying to about this white Jesus, I wouldn't have seen that nowhere on no social media in no Africa. And now I'm seeing it everywhere in Africa now. So yeah, there's obviously an awakening happening.
By 2025, with the agenda we saw yesterday and what we are studying and what I see today, I am in the continent. I am talking to you because if I walk outside there, trust me, and I record 5 minutes of my walking, the stupidity I face right here, it's so much. It's too much.
That should have been the outside content. That should have been the outside content right there, Joby. Not going 100 miles away, right there. That's the African. That's the outside content right there. You guys should have been doing. That would have been priceless, of course. We're a small minority, but it's happening. It wasn't happening at all. Shit.
Okay, I think at this point, you know how many churches. 5 minutes away when you walk in Africa, how many churches you're gonna bump into? Just 5 minutes walk.
Africa, Joby.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing in Black America. There's more churches than business. We don't got no business. Same thing in Black America. Same thing Black Brazil.
We are the churches. We are the majority in the continent. When we speak about the majority, we know that church has become a business. And right now we're having people, even politicians, building you saw with the gold mafia scandal, Kitty showing you, we got politicians who are literally running churches and they're working together with pastors and everything. But that's not the issue. The issue is the crowd. Have you seen the crowds people pull up? I mean, if I show you a video of the crowd that was pulled up, we had even a mass. How is it called? It's the stamping. When people have they're stamping on each other. What is the term? What's the term? Stamp fitting, not really. When we have people stepping on each other because it's too crowded, that is what we have in Africa because of religion. Now you tell me by 2023 and time is moving so fast. By 2025, with the number we have, how many people are supposed to be? Can you just literally, how many people are gonna be awoke and how many people are gonna be still sleeping? Because I think if you speak, people are waking up, yes, but there's too much ignorance, man. There's too much ignorance. Too much.
It's been too much ignorance. So at one time it was 100% ignorance. Now you got people waking up. It was 100. Imagine when I first got to Africa, I was like, God damn. I'm better now than it was then. Shit.
It's crazy. It is just crazy. Jabba, you're saying that the 369 mathematical principle. Okay, you're saying that Tajwa Mosquito, you took the word out of my mouth. These Muslims are crazy. Exactly, they are really insane. Because I don't know what Sister Michelle is saying. Because personally, I've seen them. They don't follow none of that Quran bullshit. These people are. Yeah. I actually wonder.
What were you guys saying? I was gone for a minute. What were you guys saying about the Muslim? What happened with the Muslim? I was gone. What happened?
Well, there's a comment Sister Michelle commented here.
What she said?
We're talking about we're not talking about the pregnancies, the parenthood, and everything. She said that in the Quran, a woman isn't supposed to hide her pregnancy from a man. And I'm like, nah, I disagree because I've seen a lot. Okay, they do that, hide it. They do that a lot.
The Quran is full of pedophilia too. Them sleep with children. You agree with that shit? You got Muhammad, a great prophet, sleep with a 9-year-old baby girl. Talking about shit. You better get out here talking that goofy Quran shit to me.
I don't trust the Muslims at all. None of them. The Indians, even our own Christians, none of them. And that's the thing that I grew up hearing from my parents. The world does not owe you a living. Exactly. You owe yourself a living.
That's true.
You owe yourself. The world
That's true. That's right. Sitting around screaming about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. World don't owe you no living.
Wake up and do something. You're also saying that the highest demographic of the highest demographic of evicted Americans, the black women. Okay.
Woman. Yeah, you know what evicted means, don't you, Joby?
Yeah.
You get kicked out your house. Get your ass out of here.
Yeah. And you're also saying that, Jason, you're saying that fire can't burn a soul. That's the bullshit. The bullshit that African people we've grown up with, it's too much. It is too much.
Exactly. Exactly. You're a non-physical being. You're a non-physical being. How does fire burn a non-physical being? The most common sense. It can't. It can't, moron. If you're in spirit form, fire, anything physical cannot damage you, cannot hurt you. But people don't think like that.
Now when we had Michael Jackson when he was killed, because he was killed. What happened? There's so many videos of now Illuminati coming out, and then that is when now people started believing that bullshit of hell exists, because they used to tell us, oh, don't listen to Michael Jackson's songs. If you're listening to them, you're gonna be dancing like that and burning like that, because they're burning like that.
How was he burning? Where was he burning at? Where was Michael?
Those dancers like he's burning.
Where was it? Hold on, Joby. Where was he burning at, Joby? Where was Michael Jackson burning when he was dancing?
In hell. I said
why would he be in hell because of the way? Why would he be in hell, Joe? Because the way he danced? I'm not understanding.
Because he was singing secular songs, not gospel.
You goddamn moron. There's no such thing as secular music, you moron, because your religion is a lie, stupid. You singing your bullshit to a fake guy is worse than him singing his song. At least he's singing about some shit that might be real. You singing this shit that ain't never even existed, idiots. Some of some goddamn his songs are secular, and you singing to some cracker who ain't never even lived. Some serapis made up as God. Crazy as cat shit. he's burned to death. They know, and that's what these preachers do with these simple-minded morons. Michael Jackson, hell, but show me, how's he in hell? Because I said he is. Well, show me, prove it. Where's he at? Show me what section of hell is he sitting in. Show me.
Articles. Oh my God, I swear I'm gonna come with that article. I'm looking for that article this weekend. I must find that article. It is a book. And I'm gonna read it for you guys right here, and even show you the pictures where they're showing us the hair.
I know, Jibba Jab. It's what Joby is talking about. That's how fucked up that shit is hilarious. Michael Jackson's in hell because we're dancing and singing secular music. What?
And more.
And you wonder why, and every time Joby takes them, and you wonder why Africa's conquered. Their minds are fucked up. Got the mind of children. He's in Michael Jackson hell, and he's dancing and he's secular singing. That means everybody from Afrobeats is now going to hell there.
Even Katie said it. John Mosquito was tuned in on Katie's show, so he had it very clearly. Even Katie said it. You are told,
I wasn't on her show. I missed her show today. She was on wrong channel. Shit, I missed it. What was she talking about? She saying Michael Jackson was going to hell too?
She also said the same thing. You're told that, if you go to heaven, if you are, if you used to party, you're gonna be banning partying. If you used to drink, you're gonna be holding bottles like this, and that liquor is gonna be burning your stomach and your liver. And the devil is
how do you got a liver in a stomach and you are a spiritual being? Explain to me, you're non-physical. Where do you got a stomach and a liver like you're a human being, like you're still in the physical? That's the physical body. If I'm in an etheric body, excuse me, how the hell am I having a fucked up stomach and liquor's burning my mouth and all that old crazy shit?
Man, I don't know, but trust me, people believe that, and there are people who believe that we believed it, and there are people who believe it today. There's all types of imagination.
And you wonder why Africans are called stupid, called childlike, and wonder why African is conquered. That's why. But Joby just said it's absolutely ridiculous that a child wouldn't even believe. You would have told my 5-year-old son, Sean, that shit, he laughed in your face. You know what? You sound stupid. Get out of here. But now grown ass African, like, yeah, you're gonna burn hell in your liver. We'll be fucked up because you've been partying. What?
And the tattoos. You draw your tattoos.
And you got the tattoos. You're gonna be burned in hell. If I'm dead, I'm still have tattoos with my spirit body. That's just on my body. My body's dead. I won't have no more tattoos. So I'm gonna have that. How's that gonna happen? I still got tattoos on my soul. Yeah, this shit don't even make logical sense. It's so backward and retarded.
These white people. It's called the white people's effect. There's Danny, you're saying that, not Joby. That's one of the reasons I want to move to Tanzania. I'm not a punk as passport bro, but I want black women who are still feminine and play their role. And I wish you the best. I think I've said this even a couple of times to you. I wish you the best, and trusting me, you will. Just, I don't know, when you come here, just study women, because you do have westernized people. Trust me.
Study women. You can talk about shit.
Don't come here with the Zoe mentality. With the Zoe mentality, you'll go back. Don't come and thinking
they stupid. You'll go back broke. Shamani, get all your money, nigga.
Don't come with the Zoe mentality thinking, oh, now she's African, or she doesn't. Especially those who pretend that they are stupid, that they're worse. Those who pretend that they don't know nothing, they'll wash you everything, even including your boxers. Trust me. Then they go sell them. I see Joe was going to say that Shmani has table issues. That's Shmani for you. And Juba is saying that fix the toilet, wire a switch, open the pickle jar. And Joe Mosquito is saying that Joby, that's because you are now awake, so you become more sensitive to black people's ignorance.
Exactly, Joe Mosquito.
But a lot of people are waking up. I agree with you. There are people waking up, especially the youth. I think it's so evident, especially on TikTok. TikTok is not everyone is just making goofy videos and everything. There are people who are really giving information.
I will admit it. They're not. Big Cheese, they made me. I'm a TikTok. I'm in TikTok rehab. I was wrong about TikTok. Shout out to Big Cheese, wherever he may be. I'm in TikTok rehab.
He's right here. He's right here. Big Cheese is
is he? He's in the chat room. I know Big Cheese was even in there. I didn't see his name. So I'm in TikTok rehab, nigga. So I'm telling the truth. I stay on that TikTok now. I stay on TikTok more. Of course, I don't never be on no damn YouTube. That shit's bullshit. But I stay on TikTok. Them cats be putting on some real stuff. I think I'm gonna set up a show every weekend, either Friday or Saturday when I'm home, and call it TikTok Fridays, TikTok Saturday, where we just share TikTok videos and talk about them. Cause some of them are so good. I'm like, damn, this TikTok got me, nigga. I'm fucked up. I'm in the matrix of TikTok.
Careful before we start seeing you doing challenges here.
Oh no, I said I was gonna be no fool. Shit.
Giving us number challenge. Very careful. Danny is saying that kids saying that it was 100% ignorance and now 99.7 ignorance. Yeah, that's really reassuring. I know, right? He's trying to. But let's give it a 95.
I didn't say that. Joby said that. I didn't say no 99. That Joby said that shit. I didn't say no 99.7. That's Joby. That's Joby ass said it. It's bad like that. I said we're getting better. Joby said, no. It's still bad. I said I made it more optimistic and more positive. That was Joby ass that was sticking a fork in that shit. It's still all ignorant and shit. I was like, nah, it's getting better, Joby. Yeah, but it's still bad. That was Joby. That wasn't me.
Still bad. Like Joe Mosquito saying, I see the ignorance so bad. Joe Mosquito is saying that Sister Michelle went all Allah Akbar on us.
She guys run Sister Michelle out. Michelle was in there going, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. I'm just messing with you, Michelle. Don't get all angry. Allah Akbar.
Whenever he's saying that MJ was doing the devil dance, imagine he was. The moon. That
wasn't even MJ copied it. That wasn't even his dance. He didn't make that up. He copied it from black dancers back in the 70s. He just was the most famous person in order to do it, but that wasn't his dance. That wasn't his dance. He just copied it. He made it more famous because he was a big time music artist. But he didn't invent that shit. I had been out for like at least before Michael Jackson started. That shit been out for almost 10 years and shit. Yeah, them breakers and rappers, Shabba Dude and them other dudes doing that shit. Michael Jackson took it to another level because he was famous. And he's like, wow, he can sing. Some other cats could just damn, they couldn't sing. Michael Jackson was a famous singer and he could dance, and so that just added to his repertoire. Hey, niggas, if you do the moonwalk, you're going to hell. So I guess that guy got choked on the goddamn subway going to hell and shit. Because he was doing the moonwalk. Fuck out of here. You know how retarded you gotta be to believe some stupid shit like that? You know how retarded you gotta be? My God. Hey, you people in the Congress, imagine being in the picture. I told you, family, Michael Jackson never repented, and he's down burning in eternal hellfire for doing that dreaded moonwalking shit and spitting in the face of dear white baby Jesus. How dare you, Michael? Michael thought he could moonwalk on Jesus' head on the cross, nigga. You can't.
They told us all the stars, all those stars who died
You
before.
can't be moonwalking on
Oh.
goddamn Jesus' head, nigga. You can't be saying Billie Jean is not your lover and getting rid of a child. Billie Jean, not my lover. You can't be leaving children, nigga. You're in hell. Look what look what happened to Michael Jackson when he died. He's in hell burning. He's doing a moonwalk away from the devil, nigga. Satan is burning him while he's moonwalking.
We're told there's a sword of fire. I don't know. We were used to be told there's a sword of fire that the devil just just be touching it like this.
Explain this to me, Joe. Just help me out, Joey. How do you burn? How do you get fire in the non-physical world? Fire only exists. Yeah, it can only exist in this realm, in the 3D realm. You go up in dimension, it's non-physical. So if it's non-physical, nothing is burning. It's all, but people don't know science. You imagine you're African. That's why ancient African, it has no concept of hell. He laughed in your face. He said, that's impossible. What the hell are you talking about, burning and shit after you die? You know how stupid that sounds? You know how dumb that shit sounds? Crazy.
Well, it was crazy that they used to tell us in church we were going to hell for wearing cornrow hair.
Look, like same thing with Joby. Someone's more imagine this. Cornrow and locks, which is African. Our ancient Africans wore our hairstyles against this fake God. Then this God is fucked up. And understand that it's a lie because we're the first people. This creator created us first with the hair to make locks and cornrows, and these other people can't make it. So it means God would have locks and cornrows since we're the first people. We're the first image of God here. See, just common sense shit. Why you not talking none of your history? They tell you, a kind of ignorant ass nigga preacher tell you you're going to hell if you have cornrows, an African style, and you are the first people on the planet. Huh? Right with that? Oh, well, they say Adam and Eve. No, nigga, we are. Then Adam and Eve was black, even though that's a lie, but okay, they had cornrows. So, what God you worshiping? Well, you're supposed to have white, stringy hair with lights in it to be like Jesus. That's how you're supposed to be. And that means you're closer to God. Just all kind of retarded nigga shit. And you would hear the same thing probably in America. The Africans across the world with this Christianity and this Islam shit, they can all kick rocks and jump in a ditch. It's just the most retarded, backward, dumbass shit. You're supposed to be scared of some spook god. They can't tell you what this motherfucker ever did. Whatever I can say right now, I know it. Watch this. Everybody listening. I say it all the time. And won't shit happen to me, because I know it's fuck Allah. No, you Islam niggas go crazy. Oh! Fuck Jesus. I know you Christian niggas are going crazy. Ah! And guess what? I'm still gonna get my money. Still gonna be all right. And I'm not going to no fake ass hell. I say it all the time. Why hasn't your Allah cursed me? I'm the happiest I've ever been in life. I love life. Love what we created. Black High Five. I love life. I'm happy as shit. I can't tell you how happy I am. God damn it. I'm not trying to be me. I ain't got to worry about no damn ex-wife. No, I'm not married no more. I'm cool with. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm the happiest time of my life. Shit.
Period.
Period.
Yeah. Anyway, but as we get to the topic of the day, today I want to talk about the energy crisis.
What was the topic? Shit, I forgot.
Yeah, well, we didn't. I was to get to the topic on the second hour. There we go. Don't want to get into the.
I came in what you guys were talking about. I was gone for about a half an hour. Shit.
Oh, the first topic, I was sharing a video of some racist guy here.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it. You said somebody was talking about Section 8 or something, right? I didn't get to see it. What happened with the Section 8? They were talking about the black women or something? The Section 8?
No, this guy was racist, and he had two ladies, black ghetto Section 8 people. That is what he called them. And the reason why I brought it up, for me, I was saying, I feel like it's really, really heavy, because I think the assumption, whether they're living on Section 8 or not, the assumption, still that word, it's very heavy being focused on the black people, especially based on the
Of
fact
course,
that sex.
they saying black people are sorry. That what black people are sorry and lazy. We didn't become lazy until we got out, until we weren't slaves no more. Now everybody, let's say they call Africans on the continent lazy, sorry, same thing, they say. It's funny, you know.
Mhm.
They weren't lazy when black people were colonized and working on these tea farms and shit. Now it's other work for free for white people. It's lazy when they try to get their countries back. Now these niggas are lazy. So you know, it's just a put down. They're not happy unless they putting down black people. They always got to compare themselves to us because there's a jealousy that these people have for us. It's an unnatural jealousy that they have. Everybody will never want to see us doing good. They tear it down, destroy it. They get joy in seeing us all fucked up. Say, we need to help you, Negroes. You goofy niggas need our help. You're impoverished and sorry. So.
Well, but I was saying, but at this point, when you look at that, it shows that the white people really have so much disrespect towards us, to the point where they assume now, especially let's say the black women, most of them live in Section 8. And I was literally talking to the black American women and saying, I hope you see the damage this is a bad image, and the damage it can really do to you. You know, you need to wake up, get your shit together, stop sitting on a supremacy that is literally giving you free shit, and the next minute they're gonna be destroying you. Because I was giving an example to John Mosquito. There's no way I can come and invest in your business, rather invest in you, and there's nothing I'm benefiting at the end of the day. And they're benefiting the benefit for them, you can see it's literally getting rid of the black man out of the picture of the black woman, you know. And secondly, also destroying also the black woman themselves, you know, because
why can you see that, Joby, so clearly? That's what it is. Why can now if you tell black women that, they say, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I've seen it. I've seen this in Africa. Trust me. I've seen so many people, so many young people have destroyed their lives because of such type of bullshit. A house has been, let's say, the government, your parents who are working for the government, then the government comes and they retire. To your parents retire, they own the house. Then your parents die, now you own the house. But later on, it's gonna fuck you up because you're now so idle. You don't want to do anything. I've seen this. You get fucked up in drugs because you're not paying rent. You do a lot of bullshit. You give birth to children with multiple men.
Wow.
Your brothers become fucked up. But now it's gonna fuck you up more when the government comes and literally leashes this house, you know, or literally when they take over the land. That's most of the people. They wake up, they're like, what do I do? You already messed up. There's nothing you can do. You didn't get a job. You are so idle. You thought you had it all when you had nothing.
Yeah, then you also, like you said, then you had your coochie out in the streets, all different kind of men. Wow. That's rough.
I mean, I've seen that. So I'm relating the same situation to letting people, the black American women know, and maybe young ladies there, you know, this is shit to destroy you. You know, get your shit together. Stop being lazy. We need men. Stop saying you don't need a man. Stop falling into the trap of these white people. That is not
exactly right. And it's funny, you never heard a white woman say she don't need her white man. And they get that shit to you. You'll never heard a white woman in America talking about they don't need their white man. You ain't heard that trope. Never heard the white woman in unison in mass say she didn't need her white man. Ain't that funny? Now with all that feminism shit that they started to destroy the black woman, they never say they don't need their white man. Their white man went out and stole the world for them. Stole, robbed, killed, pillaged. That's why the white woman is looked up as the top. He stole the world for her. You don't never hear that white woman in mass talking about she don't need her white man. And you ain't never gonna hear.
It's crazy. But I say, Jibba Jabba, as I get into the topic of the day, I want to talk about the power crisis literally across the world. And I'm relating the same with what I was talking about earlier today on my show about South Africa, Botswana, and literally most of the countries which are facing electricity issues. And you can say literally this is part of the agenda of them collapsing everything and destabilizing the countries. And I wanted to share a certain video as I read a couple of articles on what we had the commissioner in Texas, what he had to say about power, and the same words. This how you know that this an agenda.
That's right.
The same agenda being promoted, being should I say
Being
distributed?
being distributed, being pushed around the world. Yeah.
Because if you look at South Africa is signed under BRICS, the BRICS Economic Alliance, and apparently the South African electricity and Botswana, it is connected. And when I try to look, most of the countries which are also included in the BRICS, we have Botswana, and we've seen most of the African countries, they're signing into the same nonsense. So this is all an agenda, and in Africa they have started with South Africa because it is included in part of this agenda of collapsing the economy, all this, changing the currency. I've seen Zimbabwe also, they have changed the currency. Like literally, it's just super crazy. But let me share this video as I break down this article that I have right here. Let me share my screen. I lost it. Okay, there you go. Share this. You're saying that siblings will argue over inherited. I've seen that too. They argue over bullshit. They'll even argue over a spoon.
Hey everybody, Josh.
That's why you leave a will, so you make sure you know who's getting what. So they want to argue. You're getting this. You're getting this. You're getting that.
Here we see people killing each other, man, over lands, over spoons, and everything. It's crazy.
Here, and the energy commissioner is making a pretty shocking statement, something that we already know is coming, but also something that you don't actually expect them to admit to. This from Zero Hedge, it says, U.S. heading toward power grid reliability crisis, energy commissioner warns. And look, this is happening while we see these massive shifts.
Better make sure you got your generators, family. They're about to plunge us in the dark.
Market from Saudi Arabia with the U.S. instead to China, at the same time as we see BRICS created, at the same time as we see this from Free West Media, Orban, EU energy sanctions costing citizens billions. It's all on purpose, my friends. All of this is on purpose, and their solution is things like electric vehicles. This from National News. Rise of electric vehicles is driving more demand for electricity as grid power generation declines. And at the same time, Germany is shutting down all of their major nuclear plants, a lot of them anyway. And again, this is all part of the plan to essentially not just bankrupt us and destroy the supply chain and destroy the housing market, but to destroy our ability to generate power in general. And again, people are dependent on the government for electricity. This is an incredible big misstep, obviously, but of course it all goes to an endpoint. All roads lead to Rome, and that road that we're going down is getting shorter and shorter as we move into the Great Reset. And of course, there's lots of people can do about it. We have a Lion Energy link in the description where you can
people
get
fighting
things
stupid.
Like,
there ain't no hide nowhere. If you're talking about that shit, he can talk about get some storable food. You won't be able to hide nowhere. You're going to have to fight this. There's no hiding. No way you can go on the planet and be left alone. And once they start KILLING everybody, they gonna know where you at. Like that lady told you, they have heart-seeking technology, not just your heat-seeking, but your heartbeat. Boom, boom, boom. Send drones out there and get rid of you. There's gonna be nowhere on this planet that they don't surveil. So there's no going off grid. All these other crazy, you crazy white people. We're going off grid. We're gonna go off. There's no off grid. There is no off grid. There's nowhere to go. They know every inch of this planet. They got the technology. They know every inch of where you at. There's no off grid living. You either stay and fight when this fight comes, or we just don't exist. These are the options that that they're about to give you. That's it. Ain't no going away hiding. Ain't no off grid. That don't exist.
Solar panels, batteries, generators, etc. I rarely actually talk about that link because most people don't really care, but I think it's important. And of course, we have things like heavensharvest.com for long-term storable foods that are non-GMO, heirloom seeds, water filtration and storage, keep you alive and the shortages that they survive this, but it's up to you to actually make that move. I want to get into the story. So, as I said, this out of Zero Hedge, U.S. heading toward power grid reliability crisis. Energy commissioner warns. Now, it's something else.
See, that's them doing it. They're not warning. They putting out there because we never had any power problems. They're going to plunge us in like Africa. You'll be sitting in the dark looking crazy. And you know, you're not used to sitting in the dark like African people. Shit just be off, you know. you be goddamn shit happening in the street. People stealing, robbing, looting the stores, all kind of shit. You ain't gonna be, you'll not stop in no power outages for no hours. You look at the TV, look at the fucked up Kardashians, and your power go off for goddamn a whole day. You like mad as hell. Shit.
Normal.
And the grid is like 70 years outdated. I've been talking about this since the grid was around, 65 years outdated, 60 years outdated.
My grid is 60, 75 years outdated.
And here we are in this crisis. It says, there were approximately 10,000 energy projects in April designed to produce more than 2,000 gigawatts GW of collective power waiting for permits from federal and state agencies.
That's how you know even Africa's 70 years behind because our power grid works normal. Even rain, sleet, or sun, and it's 70 years old. It should have been updated. Africa's grid is not even good as this one because they kept them impoverished, kept things underdeveloped on purpose. Keep stealing out of there. I don't want them to develop. Go ahead, Joe.
Electric grids across the United States. The problem is that is nearly twice the collective electricity output of the 1,250 GW now being produced by all the nation's power plants, most of which were built to generate power using fossil fuels. Therefore, two bottlenecks are looming.
Yeah, they wanted that Green New Deal shit.
Trying to squeeze.
That's what happened with South Africa. They stupid asses cut down all their goddamn real power plants and start doing the Green New Deal shit, but they trying to bring that fake ass carbon credit shit. That's a lie. It's a rules. It's phony. It's a lie. So that destroys countries. That's what happened to Sri Lanka when they went to that Green New Deal shit and they collapsed. Oh, and shout out to Museveni. They're gonna try to kill you, Museveni. Museveni just put a billion to build nuclear power plants that would give Uganda's energy would never go off again. Clean, effective energy. They don't want Africans to ever have that. That means you can now become a manufacturing power because you got electricity that's cheap and reliable, stays on all the time. You don't be in the dark fucking 5 or 6 hours a day, or what day you don't even know when the shit going off. So they could have been built that in Africa. They've been trying to stop Africa having nuclear power. All they gotta do is build. They could have built that 50 years ago, all throughout Africa. Clean, cheap, reliable energy. That means Africa became a manufacturing giant. They could have manufactured the stuff that's in the ground, and that's an oh no, oh hell no. We're not letting these niggas manufacture the stuff that's underground. That's our shit. Keep them impoverished. So that's why the energy's all fucked up in Africa. It was meant to be fucked up, not to work right. Go ahead, Joby.
Plants are being retired faster than the new plants using renewable energy sources such as wind and solar.
Yeah, it don't work. Anybody take these wind and solar farms you see all over Texas and all over Arizona, that shit don't even work. They can't generate enough power. It's a scam. They know it don't work. And you're paying billions because they're the companies that make them. So they force the government to buy that bullshit. They're the ones who make it and getting rich off the shit, and the shit don't even work. Solar and wind cannot power a country. There's not enough energy, there's not enough wind, there's not enough sunlight to power a whole country. They know that, but that's the scam. That's the lie. That is fake ass green. You always hear this green. Remember they tell, oh, you know why these people invading the border, coming to America? Because of climate change. You don't get the fuck out of here with that. So why is the climate change affecting America then? How's all the food here? They got better climate down there where they coming from in the Central America, because it's a lie. Climate change is bringing these people up. All these lies, they own everything. They keep putting this fake lying ass narrative out there. Go ahead, Joe.
The United States is heading for a reliability crisis. Federal Energy Regulator Commission, FERC Commissioner Mark Christie warned on May 4th in a hearing before the Senate Energy and Natural Resource.
And understand, they're the ones doing it. They're the ones doing this. Collapsing the United States. They're the ones doing this. Problem, reaction, solution. Oh, it's all fucked up. Bringing this Green New Deal, the shit that don't work. When they bill us, she found the shit don't work. Oh yeah, we're sorry, it don't work. So we need to do some other shit that leads to your something else. We can't sit on there. But go ahead, Joe. It's all a scam.
Right before they do it, and I have to point out that we went into the FDIC meeting in November, the Federal Depositor Insurance Corporation, where they talked about how they expect bail-ins in the next year and banks to shut down on a Friday. And again, they tell you before it happens. Fast forward, what do you have? Banks failing. Of course, things.
I'm going to go get your money out the banks
Friday. And of course, the push for bail-in regimes. It's interesting how that all happens just a couple months later. Well, of course, that is all part of the agenda, my friends. So again, they're telling you now with the energy grid, and I've been telling you for a while, of course, and people get sick of hearing about it, but it's important because it's a planned attack on you more than anything. It is a planned collapse, if you will.
Yeah.
And it continues here, and I quote, "I do not use the term crisis for melodrama, but because it is an accurate description of what we are facing," Christie said. "I think anyone would regard an increasing threat of system-wide extensive power outages as a crisis." Committee Chair Senator Joe Manchin and ranked Republican Senator John Barrasso agreed with both identifying the same culprit in an impending but avoidable reliability crisis that confronts the nation's electricity grid. The premature fossil fuel retirements amid increasing demand for power are a result of President Joe Biden's green energy initiatives in 2021.
Joe Biden's green, and it's not about no Joe Biden. This is the Rothschilds and Rockefellers cross, and all this fake ass fucking electric car shit that don't even work. We don't got the infrastructure. We haven't built it, and there's not enough lithium, family, on the planet. All the lithium is in Africa, all of it, the majority, in the Congo. There's not enough lithium to have the cars, to power enough cars on the planet. Because the scam is, they don't want you, they told you, they don't even want you to have cars. That's a scam. Everything's supposed to be hurting the planet. All these lies, carbon hurts the planet. We are carbon. As the first people on the planet, melanin is carbon. We're going to get to zero carbon. That means zero people then. That supports that transhuman, transgender shit. Understand how all this shit culminates. It's about zero carbon. If you don't got enough lithium on the planet to make a bunch of electric cars with that lithium shit. And they've had the cars over 100 years ago had electric batteries that actually worked, but the Rockefellers got rid of them because they couldn't make money off of it. They ran the people out of business, out of killed them. You've had cars that just went off of goddamn hydrogen, water. That they killed those people because they couldn't make money, destroyed their damn fake economic system of them controlling the planet. To their fake money and their fake industries that they created, own and control. All this Green New Deal shit with Al Gore sound like a crazy person. Oh, the rivers are gonna go crazy. Oh, it's gonna be they're melting the ice. The carbon is melting the ice on the North Pole, South Pole. I'm gonna do an experiment for you guys. We did when we were children. I remember everything. At least science. I'm gonna show you what they say is an absolute lie. You can do it for yourself. You guys go to your refrigerator, get a block of ice. Put it and fill the cup up with water and put the ice in the water till it's all even. And see when the ice melts, does the cup overflow or not? When the ice melts, I want you to fill the cup up with water all the way up and and then put a big block of ice in it. Because that represents what you call the North Pole, the South Pole with all the ice. And tell me, when you come back, when the ice melts, is the glass overflowing with water? See, That was a simple science experiment I did when I was a kid. And I'm gonna let you guys do to come back and tell me tomorrow on tomorrow's show. What are your findings? What are your findings? Go get some water in a cup. Get yourself big cube ice and put it in there. Because if it's milk, they say the sea levels are gonna rise. And you guys will see for yourself, is that true or not? No, with the global warming, the ice caps and the ice caps on Mount Kilimanjaro are gonna come down in flood, and the North Pole and the South Pole, Miami's gonna be underwater. I'm gonna do a simple experiment for you guys. Go do that and tell me, does the water overflow out of the cup? And you'll be surprised. I'm not gonna give you the answer. Go do it, and you'll know when somebody's lying to you, gaslighting you, lying to you, because they know you've been made stupid. I got no ice. Make some ice. Make some goddamn ice, Jim. Mosquito shit. What's wrong with you? Got ice in the damn refrigerator shit. Put a cup of ice in the fridge, Jim. Mosquito. Goddamn.
Do the experiment. Tell us.
Yeah, dude. I got this goddamn. I say, dude. I said, if you got ice, make some ice. Shit. Damn. Just make some ice, Jim. Mosquito. You got a refrigerator. Shit. Freeze it. Put it in the freezer and freeze the ice. It's gonna take like 3 hours to freeze the ice, then do it in 3 hours. And when you got time, just come back and tell me your findings in the morning. And I think you'll be quite surprised. And I explained to you why the findings. I already know what your findings is gonna be, but I'm not gonna say it. And I explained to you why your findings are what they are. Right? I explained to you why your findings are such what they are. So, everything they tell you is a goddamn lie. That's why it's on all their media. All these puppeted ass fucking anchor men, anchor women. Oh, global warming, about global warming, the global warming. There's no fucking global warming except the geoengineering that they're doing. Carbon is good for the climate, not bad. We are carbon. Goddamn plants eat carbon. That's what the plants eat. You wouldn't have plants, and they tell, as Joby put up, these wackos will tell you now, plants are bad for the goddamn planet. Go out of your fucking mind, trees. Because a lot of they try to terraform the planet into some goddamn robot type shit for their ass. You know, all the things they tell you is a gas-lit lie on all their media. No matter where you go, it's global warming this, global warming that. Because they've been allowed to buy up all the media with their fake ass money. So they own all the media, the same narrative all the time. They own all the colleges, teaching people lies and shit. Now, global warming, but the global warming, we must have solar panels and windmills. Everybody does that shit, their country goes and could collapse. Look at Sri Lanka, it's another country did that shit. Look at South Africa, amazing. Well, now South Africa got blackouts, a developed country. Because that dumbass Ramaphosa and them fucking dumbass niggas did what those globalists want to do, them UN motherfuckers. Now their country got rolling blackouts. They talking about, we're trying to stop climate change, all that old dumb lying ass shit. Now you got people in South Africa sitting in the dark for 10 hours today. I'm in the dark.
I remember there's a time they were told they'll have to no, it was Kenya actually. We were told also we need to normalize staying in the dark like South
That's what they told South Africa too. You had to get used to it. Shout out to you, Stacey. I know you're in the dark right now, sister.
Oh God. You
welcome
2022.
Welcome to the party, nigga. Go ahead, John.
Act that incentivize investments in renewable energies. It actually is the World Economic Forum, but we'll continue on here. It says the incentives have proven effective in inducing investor interest, maybe too successful, with projects being proposed and approved sooner than expected and faster than the grid's transmission capacity is expanding. The Biden administration is trying to force a dramatic increase in electrical demand through the BIL and IRA, Manchin said, which will foster disruptions in transmission as old plants are retired and new ones come online. And I quote, we do have to address climate change nonsense. But this transition is happening. Nothing key.
Everybody parroting climate change. Because see, these public officials do not represent you. These are puppets controlled by the banks, the Rothschilds. This is their agenda. Everyone of these no good corrupt bastards from America to Kenya to England to France, they're all puppets. All governments are phony. They're all puppetdoms. And they parrot their puppet master's interest. Anybody, the country that they're building to power, China's not talking that Green New Deal shit. They're making sure China has reliable energy because that's their new empire that they building. Ain't that funny? They ain't talking that green energy shit. But they're talking to America and Africa and all other countries that they want to collapse. China not talking that green energy shit because that's their new empire. Get it? And Xi Jinping, nigga, you too late. They know fuck you trying to tell the Chinese to have more babies. You African women, close your goddamn legs to these Chinese men coming to Africa. You should have been told that long time ago. I mean, Ruffle, you should have been, as a man, I'm supposed to tell you keep your goddamn legs closed. Because the Chinese are dying out. And that's they're dying out for better or worse. About Xi Jinping is telling the Chinese, you gotta have 3 babies now. Because the bankers told them they gotta cut their numbers. And now their numbers are so bad, well, they know they're going to be wiped out within another 100 years. They like the Japanese. There will be no Chinese people. They'll be wiped out. Since the African woman has the best genetics, since they hate, there's always going to be a baby boom in Africa. And that's why the UN told you by 2050, majority of the planet's going to be black again because it's a black planet. Always has been. Where you people come from? Always been a black planet, always. And it's going back again. That's the creator taking back the planet. Can't stop that black woman's womb. The black woman stop giving you room to foreigners. Close your goddamn legs. The foreigners. You birth black babies, that's it. Go ahead, Joe.
Have filed bills. Well, he says noting rather. I totally messed that up. He said noting he and House Republicans have filed bills that address transmission, and I quote, "I hope we can sit down and negotiate in good faith and put politics aside." And you see the map of U.S. interstate and infrastructure natural gas pipelines here, and of course they are trying to get rid of a bunch of these pipelines. They're trying to get rid of fossil fuels. They're trying to get rid of all these things that you, the people, need
that makes society work.
And at the same time,
yeah, that makes society work. We got to get a pipeline. It affects the global warming and give you fucked up windmills. And the shit don't work at all. Ask people out in Texas how that shit don't work. When it got cold. You was there, David, a couple of years ago when Texas froze over. All that windmill solar shit didn't work. Everybody, get rid of him, Joe. I don't want him to talk to me. This white guy know it. I go to do this for me, Joe. Go to YouTube and say the Texas. What I call it? The Texas energy goes off winter 2021. Texas electricity goes off winter 2021. Was it 2021 or was it 2020? Which one was it, David? Was it 2020 or 2021? Everybody froze to death out there. Oh yeah, it was shut down that winter. Yeah, all of Texas was shut down. Talking that windmill and solar panel shit. Motherfuckers died in their home. People freeze to death. The waters were bursting. There were floods everywhere. You see anything pop up, Joey? Yeah. Good.
Yeah, 2021.
Cold Arctic air, usually contained up north in the Earth's air. In mid-February, cold Arctic, usually contained up north in the Earth's jet stream, dipped down into the U.S. It's called a polar vortex, and it's pretty common. It's what brings the coldest air to the U.S. during the winter. What was unusual is for it to dip as far south as it did. In Texas, where
Texas.
February was fairly warm, temperatures dipped dangerously low. And it came with a storm. More than 4 million Texans lost power. Many wouldn't get it back for nearly 5 days. By then, pipes had frozen.
People froze to death.
And dozens had died from the cold in their cars and in their homes. And it was almost even worse. The
This is
state's
your Green
entire
New Deal
electric
shit.
grid was
This
within
is your Green New Deal. Ain't it funny? They got windmill farms all throughout Texas. Ain't none of that shit work. That shit all froze over. All that fake shit. See, you morons better remember, the shit didn't work. Solar panel shit didn't work. Your goddamn windmill bullshit didn't work. I mean, you said General 2050. I think it was more than that. That's just what they count. People found dead in their cars. People found dead in their homes. You had little babies freezing to death in their homes because the mothers couldn't keep them warm. They tried to wrap them up in blankets. They died. You got little babies freezing to death and shit. Go ahead, Jobin.
seconds and minutes of a failure that would have lasted months. But even though this storm hit this huge area, it was really just Texas that had major loss of power.
No.
There's a reason for that.
Because they got their own power
It should
grid.
be a warning sign for the rest of the U.S.
No, Texas got its own power grid. It's separate from all parts of the
When you
United
flip your
States.
you're getting your electricity
Yeah,
from the power grid. And
Grid.
that grid is
What?
getting the electricity
Texas
from
got its own grid.
different
Texas
grid.
didn't want to be part of the United States grid. Texas got their own grid. And they ain't fucked it up even worse with them windmills and them damn solar panel bullshit. So Texas grid, when everything goes out, in Texas, it's just Texas. It doesn't affect the rest of the country. They're not attached to the rest of the country's grid. Texas has got its own independent grid. And when that shit went down, nigga, there's a bunch of freezing motherfuckers.
Systems, like nuclear power plants or wind farms or natural gas facilities.
Yeah, pause it. See, the wind
In the
farms
US.
don't work. You need the damn nuclear energy right there, which they trying to get rid of. Shout out to Museveni, who's bringing them to Uganda if they don't kill his ass before they can build them. Right there, those nuclear power plants, they give you clean, effective energy. All right, that'd be the first one in Africa. Can you believe that? First one in Africa. First one. And you've been independent for 70 fucking years, 60 years. Should have had them all throughout Africa by now. Go ahead, Jobin.
These places are generally run by private energy companies that work with your local power utility, which directs the electricity around the grid and into your home. That power utility is overseen by a government commission who sets things like prices and safety standards. And the grids most Americans are on aren't just big, they're huge. The entire East Coast, from Canada to Florida, is on one grid, and the entire West Coast is connected in another.
It's kind of a remarkable
I know
engineering
Canada
feat.
share
It's probably
grid.
the
Damn.
biggest machine humans have ever built.
While most power tends to stay local, this grid allows electricity to flow over huge areas and between states. Like in New York City, power comes from energy plants in New York, but also from neighboring states and even Canada. This huge grid also means in emergencies, power can be directed where it's needed. Like in Oklahoma, which was also hit bad during the February winter storm. They needed more power, and instead of completely losing it, they were able to get electricity from neighboring states through the grid.
States.
But
Texas
it's
can't.
not so seamless to send it to Texas.
Texas got their own grid.
Texas opted out of the big grids, back when they were being built nearly 100 years ago. Since they covered several states, it meant the federal government could regulate them. Texas was not into that.
Texas decided to kind of go it alone. It's a very uniquely Texas type thing to do, right?
So most of Texas is on its own grid. It means they don't have to follow the same regulations as the rest of the country, like reliability and cost standards. But it also means when it lost power in the storm, it couldn't easily get electricity from other states. Its independence kept it in the dark. But it wasn't the reason it went dark in the first place. Being on its own, Texas has to make all their own power. They have a variety of sources. When the storm came, it affected everyone.
That's right.
Several
That
coal
windmill
plants
shit.
stopped operating as coal piles froze. One of 4 Texan nuclear plants went offline.
Okay.
Some wind turbines stopped working in the freezing cold.
None of that
The
windmill
biggest
shit worked.
failure
No,
right
don't
now
say
is-
some. None of that. See, they trying to. None of that windmill shit worked. None of it. All froze, all fucked up, and them solar fields didn't work. That plunged Texas into cold and darkness, and people froze to death. That's that Green New Deal bullshit. Fucking with that moronic ass shit, get you killed. Go ahead, Joby.
Of its
That's
magnitude.
and that's why South Africa is in 10-hour blackouts now. I'm sure they got wind farms and solar shit all around South Africa with their stupid ass. That's why they sitting in the dark. They lucky you don't get like cold like you do in Texas, plunged in the snow. Because these niggas, they don't, Africa don't got, especially the black people, they don't got the resources to be taken. I mean, people freeze in South Africa, as impoverished these Africans are there. You find millions of them frozen in their own goddamn home with their babies. Go ahead, Joby.
Natural gas, which actually contains water vapor, froze in storage wells and pipelines.
That shit
Every
froze.
one of these systems failed, in part. And it had nothing to do with the type of energy and everything to do with these companies not being prepared for the cold.
Clearly, you can run an energy system in cold temperatures. There are wind turbines operating in Antarctica and gas plants in Alaska and Alberta. So this is not a technology-specific issue. It was more a failure to anticipate that this is something that could even occur in Texas at this, length and severity, and to prepare for extreme cold temperatures.
But it should have been anticipated because this has happened in Texas before. In 1989, the same kind of Arctic storm caused natural gas plants to have the same problems, resulting in rolling blackouts. And the same thing again in 2011. And both times, federal commissions recommended utilities ensure reliability in extreme weather conditions, and specifically for the state government to create winterization standards for these energy sources.
Spend money.
The Texas Utility Commission did make those standards, but also made them voluntary, so most companies didn't withdraw. Companies like these don't have, and they're preparing for unpredictable and infrequent events without being required to. But this problem is not limited to Texas.
The particular vulnerability to the extreme cold may be a uniquely or extremely Texas thing. I think what it shows you is you need to check your blind spots, right? And that applies everywhere.
This is a chart of the last 40 years of severe weather disasters in the U.S. Storms in particular are in orange. Here is the Texas winter storm in 1989 and the one in 2011. These costly disasters are becoming more frequent, not just in Texas, but nationally and globally. And the U.S. is not prepared. Most of this grid was built 60 to 70 years ago. It was only built to last 50 years. And some studies point to nearly 100 facilities, like power plants.
Pause it, Joby. And they know our facilities are old. That's why they're collapsing. Why the fuck when you update a 70-year-old power grid? They know it needs to be updated, but they spending money, millions of dollars in fucking Iraq. In fucking Ukraine. Billions of dollars they send to Ukraine. But they supposed to have been fixing this damn power grid. Because they don't intend to fix the power grid. They intend for the country to collapse. You get it? This goddamn power grid is 70 years old. Still works, but it's old. 70 years ago. It was only built to last, like she said, 50 years. It's 20 years out of date. It's 20 years out of date. Why haven't they fixed it? Because what did you say, Jimmy? Right. Oh, go ahead.
Danger of flooding and storm surges. Most of these private energy companies across the U.S. aren't going to change unless they're required to. These utility commissions can require, as can state governments and the federal government. All three can even help pay for it. Texas was warned for 30 years to prepare its energy systems for severe weather and climate change, but they didn't.
See,
Now,
this is
the rest of the
and
US
climate
the same
change.
problem.
See,
It is a wake up call.
that's why
for
another
everywhere.
propaganda. I always got to put the
Think
climate
about
change
how to-
shit. Like, and that's the shit they send to Africa. Hey, you got climate change. We're gonna and buy the shit from them. They the ones own the damn technology, the windmills that don't work, and the damn solar panels that don't work for a country. So they'll spend Africans will spend billions of dollars for shit that don't work. And when it don't work, oh, too bad, niggas. We got your money, and your country's collapsing. Because that's the intent. And these fucking moronic ass despots go ahead and spend all this money with shit that don't work instead of building their own. They'll never invest in their own people and build shit that they need for themselves. They always have Europeans come tell them stupid shit. They won't investigate it. They won't have rigorous goddamn debate about it. And the country say, hey, this might not be the best way to go. Let's go ahead and do a study and see which thing actually works. Now that's too normal, like that's too adult for Africans. Let's do the best. Let's see let's go ahead and research this and investigate and see which is the best foot forward. Oh no, the white man came and says Green New Deal by a bunch of fucked up windmills that don't work and solar panels. Shit crazy. Go ahead,
we
Joby.
prepare our energy infrastructures and our other critical infrastructure for extreme events that may become more severe and may become more likely. And that isn't about just thinking about what's probable, but also what can break the system in a way that's catastrophic.
That's it. That's a good job. And remember when you guys go, you gotta get a chance to do it. Get yourself some water, get some ice, fill up the glass and put the ice in it, then tell me what you find when the ice melts. About this global warming and then the seas rising and everything rising and collapsing. See, they forgot, these stupid asses, that a lot of these science things we did as children. A lot of us had decent science classes when we were kids. So you can come, huh?
That is homework. You go do your homework.
All right, go do your homework. Don't let me find you in some strange. Go do the homework. Okay, go do that homework. Don't let me find you in some strange ass. Just do the homework.
You paid school fees. You do the homework, okay? You paid
All
school
right.
fees.
All right.
Do the homework. By the way, family, we wrap it up there. That's the end of our conversation for today. That is all we had to talk about today, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for keeping it interactive.
Much love, family.
Joe Mosquito, Jibba Jabba, Sister Michelle, Big Cheese, and to everyone who's been with us on the chat.
You sure Big Cheese is in there? I don't see Big Cheese in there. You sure Big Cheese?
Big Cheese was right here. I think he left, but he was right here. And
you sure, Jabba? I think you are dreaming. It might have been. I ain't never seen him.
Oh
you probably right. You probably
guys,
right. I wouldn't know. Okay. Oh, what did he say? I can't see that.
African men need to start raising their hands on white men in Asia. We had discussed on that. That was his earlier comment.
Okay.
But anyway, family, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for keeping it interactive. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. And of course, subscribe to this channel.
Don't forget Shimani and Camblish. I don't know. Shimani might not make it on that show. She got a dentist appointment, so she might be in too much pain. And Camblish are like that. She can't do no talking.
We'll see. We will see. She said she's gonna make it. We'll figure out.
She can't say who hurt you, nigga.
Anyway, much love, family. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Take care.
Much love, guys. Show.